Hey guys, in 2 days I am taking part in a fishing competition, an adult fishing derby, and I am here a couple days prior to scout it out. I've done this derby before last year and it was a mess. It was a swamp. So I'm here to check it out and see what I'm working with. Last year I went for bass and it did not work out. So this year I am thinking of going for that panfish crown. But first I have to get out there and see what I'm working with, and I'll make my decision out there. I brought the rod and reel, of course, do a little pre-fishing, and yeah, let's scout it out. Yep, that's pretty murky again. It's not as bad as last year. Last year the whole damn thing was a swamp. Yeah, it's a very swampy body of water. Jesus Christ, the whole thing. Oh, this bridge spot might be it though. So much sludge. So much. This is what I was talking about. So far, this is going to be my best bet. Is this area right here? Everything else is just too mucky. This is going to be so busy, though. This is going to be very busy on the day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab this spot. All right, yeah, they're small. They're small. Okay. First fish of the day. You can see how small they are. Look at the size of them, real small. Whew, that scouting mission was a struggle. The Monee Reservoir is still a swamp. It kind of surprises me. I know they're treating the water, they're trying to get it healthy, but in the process, it makes it pretty unfishable. Tried to find spots to panfish, tried to find little clear areas of water. That was so hard to do. I started to wonder if I should just go for bass, in a couple days. Should I just do some top water bass fishing? But I think I'm gonna go for panfish this year. It's just finding a spot. There were a couple spots. I did catch 3 fish on the day. I didn't get them all on the GoPro because I only have so much battery, but they are all very small. I think the trick is I had to downsize my hooks and do little hooks with a little bit of baits because they are small bluegill at the Monee Reservoir right now, and I think that's going to be the case in a couple days for this fishing derby. So it's going to be about finding a spot. There was a spot right by the dock that was pretty clear, but somebody's going to grab that. Somebody's just going to grab that on the day. There are some decent locations near the boardwalk there. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough because I remember last year there was a guy right by the dock. He had a chair and he was just camped out and he's just boom, 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 panfish, bluegill all day, boom, 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 just cheesing it, just cheesing the same little spot a foot away from where his chair was. And if he does that again this year, I mean, it's over with. It's just done. But I checked that spot out while I was over there. It's a mess. It's a mess even there. And the bluegill in that area weren't really biting. It's gonna be difficult, and it's from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and I'm going hard. I'm going all 6 hours, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all 6 hours, and I'm not gonna take a lunch break. I'll have some water. I'll make sure I'm hydrated, but I'm going to win. So it is the day before. I am getting some worms from my local tackle shop, which is what everybody should do. Support your local bait and tackle shops. Last time I got worms here before a derby, I won. So trying to keep the streak alive. I was thinking about it, and I've decided that tomorrow, if things aren't looking good and like mathematically I'm out of the panfish running, I'm gonna have to go to bass. I'm gonna have to use that last hour or so and try to, you know, get that Hail Mary, and I'm gonna have to throw top water. I'm gonna have to throw frogs. So I'm gonna get these worms. I'm gonna go get some pork rinds for my bag. 6 hours tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go home and organize my tackle, get some top water stuff, get some weight so I can punch through so much of that vegetation. It's all about preparation right now because tomorrow is the big day.
Pre-registered?
Yes.
Name?
Dale Zawada.
Oh, you're right here, number 8. Have you been here before?
Yeah, I was here last year.
All right. Awesome.
It's a good time.
He made it out.
Thank you.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
No.
All right, there you go. He'll give you your bag, your raffle ticket.
It says your raffle ticket and your bait in it.
Worms.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, I just registered. They gave me a nice little goodie bag, which is awesome. Got some worms that I'm probably not going to use because I like the ones that I got yesterday. Some potato chips. Got to have some chips. Oh, are these line cutters? Oh yeah, look at that. That's a good goodie bag. A raffle ticket. Got to have your raffle ticket. Ooh. Some 1/16 ounce little jigs. This is a good goodie bag. I wasn't expecting anything, to be honest with you. And then a bunch of reading materials. See what's going on in the local fishing community. So I will keep all of this in here, except for my raffle ticket. I don't eat those chips because I am on a keto diet. Lost 40 pounds doing that so far. Can't shut me up about it. So all right, now that that's all taken care of, I'm gonna go find a place on the shore and win.
All right, everybody. It is 8 a.m. You may begin fishing. Good luck, and may the best angler win.
I think I got the winner right here.
I got the winner right there.
I got.
What do you got? I can't tell.
Go on, bud. There we go.
What did you have? I'm sorry.
I got a bunch of good.
You're using that steak. All those fish.
So I got one. I'm just gonna put him back in.
What do you got, a kill?
No, yeah. Get in there, buddy. All right, it is 8:45 a.m. and I have to make a change already. I have 3 bluegill, and one of the guys next to me has 33. So I'm gonna make the change. Yeah, they're used to fishing here. They've got some good strategies. They're not using a bobber. They're using super small hooks with super small bait, and they just kind of dip it into a school of babies. These bluegill are tiny. They're the size of your pinky. It's crazy. So they're just popping up all these babies one after another. So I'm just gonna make the change. So it's better to do it now than wait and then do it just in the last hour. So I'm gonna throw in a frog. I brought my heavier rod with me just in case, just for this situation, and I'm gonna just try to get lucky, get a big bass. I already have one, biggest bass you've ever seen. They actually measured it, which is hilarious. So all right, it's not even 9 a.m. I've got 3 hours left. Let's go get some bass. You move for 5 minutes, I tell you. Brutal. You're all right. Go on. That's a real frog. Get out of here, real frog. Trying to eat my frog. Look at that real frog trying to eat my frog. Get out of here. Get out of here, you cannibal.
Ticket number 427043. 427043. Just want a Yeti 20-ounce tumbler.
Damn. All right, that's going to do it for the Monee Fishing Derby. I did not win, not even close. The winner of the panfish category had 250 bluegill. 250, that's crazy. He had a system, he had a little bucket to keep them in, which was smart. You know, if you're going to lose, learn something. And they were all like this big, and I had to stop after like 3 or 4 bluegill, and he had like 30. One guy had like 20. I said, I'm not going to win this. I didn't bring hooks small enough. I wasn't really prepared for it, unfortunately, but I learned a lot for the future, in case I want to use this strategy, which I probably won't. It doesn't seem like a lot of fun to do it that way, so I'd probably avoid that. So I switched to bass. I just threw a frog for the most of the day. I tried a jig here, I tried a wacky rig there, but it was mostly frog. And full disclosure, I've never even caught a bass on a frog. I understand the concept, and this seemed like the time to do it with all the swampy conditions and the vegetation, but it just didn't work out. I had one good bite, and I'll tell you, if I would have caught that fish, he might have been a contender, because the bass, The biggest bass for this one was like 15 inches, which isn't huge. I had an 18-incher the other day for my MTB Slam, so that would have been nice, but it didn't work out that way. It was at the Monee Reservoir, and people were complaining about the vegetation again, the lack of fish. I heard some people saying they hadn't stocked it there in a couple of years because the county said it was adequately stocked, and a lot of grumbling, a lot of salty anglers out there today. 4 or 5 hours of fishing and you don't catch anything. It's understandable. So that's gonna do it for this video. I did not win, but I did learn a lot, and I am happy about that. For future competitions, I might bring a little cooler to keep the bluegill in, so I can just pop them in there instead of flagging down a scorekeeper every time you catch a bluegill, because that wastes a lot of time. And they weren't really adequately staffed this year. They had like 3 or 4 volunteers, and that's not enough to cover as much ground as they have at the Monee Reservoir. So that's gonna do it. I wish this video had a happier ending, but lessons were learned. Fish were caught. I caught that baby bass, so that counts as something. Thanks for watching. If you have any tips on fishing derbies, leave a comment below. If this video entertained you in any way, like and subscribe, share it with your friends, all that other stuff, and I will see you on the water.